So, yet another review. Surprise, surprise. This is the Kelty Shrike. And this was also purchased through eBags. Although it looks like it came directly from Kelty, because this one doesn't sort of show that it went through eBags at all. So, see how this looks now. Most people, when they think of Kelty, if you're at all sort of somebody who's a backpacker into this outdoor gear, you think of kind of inexpensive packs. And it's true, they don't really have the best reputation for quality packs, but we'll see how this works out. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is a 30-liter bag. Some green. In fact, most people who think of Kelty probably think of the Red Wing, which is one of their classic packs, Daypacks. Can be used for a couple days, I guess. Right away, there's something that this is really attractive. It's a waist belt that is 1.5 inches in width, and it has wings on it, and the wings are actually substantial enough that they could probably wrap around your hips a little bit more than, say, the somewhat useless wings that you see associated with the North Face Daypacks. And looks like a pretty decent suspension system. You can see here in the back, it has raised EVA foam, one there in the lumbar region, two off to the side, which gives you a nice gap here in the middle to allow for sweat to escape. It's got a nice stiff frame sheet. It curls a little bit. I don't know if that's such a great thing, because you almost want it to be as flat as possible so that it allows more air circulation. There are little pockets here, so you could easily tuck away the waist belt if you don't want that. The pack itself is pretty simple looking, which is why I was attracted to it in the first place. It has good sized mesh side pockets, will easily be able to accommodate a Nalgene bottle. The only thing I worry about is it's a little bit shallow, and I suppose you could use this compression strap to keep it in, but I doubt that would work. So it's a little bit shallower than I'd want them to be, but they certainly could hold a Nalgene bottle on either side. Handle right in the middle there can also be used as a daisy chain, but clearly it could be used as a handle, and I'm sure there's a handle at the top. Yep, similar sort of thing. Not exactly the most padded handle, but it's there. It's usable. And it looks like here in the front there's a side slash pocket, and it has, that's where you can find the little key fob if you ever use that, which I never do. And nothing on the other side, so it's just the one opening. It's a nice hidden pocket there, so you know, if you're traveling abroad or something and you want to store something that's more secure in there, you can do that, because there's no obvious, from the front, there's no obvious zipper to pull out there. Okay, anything else? Now, we do have compression straps, but fortunately these compression straps were smartly designed in that they do not go across the zipper. Or they do, but in such a tiny amount that it probably doesn't really make too much of a difference there. It's not going to impede your ability to open up the main compartment of this pack. Okay, on the top lid, we have a nice size opening here. We could easily fit a pair of goggles. I would probably put my sunglasses into here. It's not divided in any sort of way, so it's a nice big opening there, good volume. The pack itself is made up of has a really nice, sturdy material. It's pretty stiff. Okay. All right, so let's go into the main compartment here. It opens, it's a bucket style, so as you can see as I open this up, it's going to flop forward like so. And inside, it's really cavernous. It's really a good size bag here. So, and it might be hard for you to see, so I'm going to sort of hold it in this direction, just so it's a little bit easier to see into there. You have the organizer pocket right here for pens, and you can put your cell phone. There's a couple of kangaroo pockets back in here. There's even Oh, I see. It's one here, divided here. This is clearly where you'd put your cell phone. You have a pocket here into which you could put your iPad, and then the back wall is where you would put your laptop. Now, obviously, it's a nice, simple design here. It's not exactly ideal from my perspective. I think it's always better to have this organizer, divided organizer on the outside, so you don't have to tear down your entire backpack to get into that area. And also, same idea in terms of having a separate compartment for your laptop, so you don't have to go into the main compartment as well. But boy, there's not a lot that could go wrong with this. There's also a couple of hooks here, so you could clearly attach a hydration bladder if you wanted to. What's extraordinarily odd, however, is that there doesn't seem to be any sort of port through which you would poke the hose. So you'd have to just sort of zip it up and leave a little opening space. That is funny. Usually if you go so far as to have a couple of hooks for a hydration bladder, you have the opening, but that's not the case here. Alright, so pretty simple. Let's take a look and see how well it carries the load. My camera bag with the 3 lenses and camera body fits in here, no problem. In fact, one of the problems is that it's almost too big, and so this bag really bangs around inside of there. It does have a nice strap here to keep your laptop from falling out. So if I go ahead and slide in my 15-inch MacBook, lock it in there. Obviously, if I tip it upside down, it's not going to fall out because of that strap there. It is going to be a little sloppy, though. I can just tell right now in terms of the volume of the bag here. All right, so let me go ahead and take a moment to fit this to myself and tell you how comfortable it is when it's holding its load. Okay, you can see I have it on now and it's fitted to me. It's pretty comfortable. I really love this waist belt. You can see what I'm talking about with the wings. They come actually around to my hips to this degree. And of course, it's going to be somewhat dependent on your size. But they really do a nice job of supporting the load. So this is probably one of the best waist belts that I've reviewed. I wish all of them would have it. In fact, it's really a smart design in that you have the ability to tighten it by pulling forward instead of pulling outward. So it's just like the technical climbing packs that exist for these things. The only thing I would say that's very strange is that it seems like this would fit a smaller body better than it fits me. Notably, the waist straps feel a little bit short. It feels like it needs to come down a little bit further for me. And they don't quite, they feel like they sort of dig in funny here in my pectoral area. And then, even more strange, if you look at this sternum strap, I've reached the limit of how far down I can go. And if I wanted to make it go lower, you know, some might say, okay, well, you just tighten the straps. Well, I can't really do that. Tightening the shoulder straps, this is really where it needs to land on me. So, this is really oddly high. I would want to have it a little bit lower, probably set around right here for my comfort. In fact, it's really kind of strange. Where this hits me is a little bit uncomfortable in the front. It's too bad because the back really is quite comfortable. It's holding the load nicely. It has, because of the stiff frame sheet, which I thought was going to be an issue because it curved, it really is not an issue. There's a lot of open space, as you can probably see there. And so I think there'd be an immense amount of circulation. And it definitely holds the load nicely. I do feel it, my stuff moves around back there. I can feel both the laptop and my camera bag shifting around in the back. I could imagine if I was late to class and I was running, this stuff would bounce all over the place, which would drive me probably mad. So, it's a very simple design altogether, the bag itself, which I really appreciate. I think that, unfortunately, it really could have used some more things on the outside to make it a little bit easier to access. But overall, it's not a bad pack. And plus, this is a very inexpensive pack. I don't recall exactly how much I paid for it. I think it might have been $80. And for that, this is one of the best deals that you can get out there. Don't be afraid to buy Kelty. I think this is a really well-made pack. and I think it would last you as long as just about any other pack that I've reviewed to this point, even those that are costing twice, that cost twice the amount that this pack cost. Okay, good luck searching for your favorite day pack. Keep coming back for more reviews.